G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the south side of the map in the color green, playing as the Abbasid dynasty, it's Voldemar, aka the Kid. Have a look at that monument as well. I don't think I've seen that one before. That's a pretty good one right there. Representative of, well, you got the Kid right here, and then you've got his opponent, who, ladies and gentlemen, needs absolutely no introduction, but we'll give it to him anyway, in the pink, playing as the French on a brand new account. It is Beastyqt. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lippany. We've got ourselves an absolute insane game for you today. I guarantee you this is going to be a crazy game because I know for a fact that these two players are getting pretty damn close in skill. If you know the lore, well, you'll be familiar with the Kid. But let me give you the 101 of the Kid. The Kid used to be in Gold League. Now he's Conqueror 3. And he's not just Conqueror 3. He's really good. He's like top 40. That's how good this guy is now. He has climbed his way out of the depths of Gold League, of ELO hell, you know, where your teammates are feeding in the mid lane and, oh, it's just terrible. You can't do anything. Your jungler... Wait, no, that is a different game. Anyway, you guys get the picture, right? It is, it's tough down there. Anyway, he climbed out of there. He's now in Conqueror 3, and he's absolutely just adding names to his rap sheet today. So, will he be able to take out Beastyqt? That's going to be the big question on everybody's mind, because Beastyqt is on a brand new account, and he's playing hardcore Age of Empires 4. Now, before I tell you about hardcore Age of Empires 4, I will tell you guys that I am a little bit sick at the moment. You can hear that. I haven't been able to post videos recently, with the exception of that content that I recorded like 2 weeks ago for the new civs, just because I've been sick. And, you know, that's one of the things. They don't really tell you that when you are becoming a new parent. They say, look, you know, you're going to have a kid. It's going to be around for a while. You're probably going to have to give up quite a bit of your life for it. But they don't tell you, and you're going to be sick for almost all of that time as well. And so I'm slowly getting there, slowly getting better. And I'm feeling confident, so hopefully we'll be able to pull off a casted game for you guys today. And hopefully it's going to be a good one, because as I mentioned, these two guys, well, they have been going ham recently on the ladder. Beastyqt, on this account, at last check, he was 41-0. That's correct. So basically what he did is he started on a fresh account, brand new account, and he said, if I lose on a civilization, that is it. I can never play that civilization again on the account. And I assume that he's probably trying to get to rank number 1. And once, you know, if he gets to rank number 1 with civilizations remaining, then he wins. And if he doesn't get to rank number 1 and he's had 10 losses with each of the 10 civs, well, I guess that means he loses. But at the end of the day, I think we're the real winner, because we get to enjoy watching him play and watching him train. Because obviously there's quite a few S tier tournaments that are going on at the moment. This weekend in particular, I'll shout out the Empire Wars tournament that EGC TV is hosting. I'll leave a link down in the description to where you can watch it and where you can watch these two guys live. But let's talk a little bit about this game, because we have got ourselves a very fun matchup. The Abbasid dynasty against the French. And the reason why I think this is a fun matchup is because the French are a notoriously aggressive civ. A civ that loves to come out of the gates with their knights swinging hard. However, on the other side of the map, you've got a civilization, the Abbasid, that has just got so many tools to deal with their aggression. Number 1, you've got the military wing, which is going to provide those 2 spears early on, allowing you to force back those knights until at least you've got enough space or enough time to get down that second TC. That's the first thing. Second of all, they've got access to a lot of unique technologies. They've got boot camp, they've got the access to phalanx for their spears, so they've got really, really good spearmen. And that means that the French's main weapon that they've got, which is the Royal Knight, it's just really not viable against the Abbasid dynasty. On top of that, they've also got, well, what do we got right here? We got ourselves an age up, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. That's a bit of a weird sound. I guess he was getting population blocked. But, yeah, there's just so many tools for the Abbasid to deal with the French cavalry threat. And speaking of cavalry threat, the age ups now come through. School of Cavalry beginning to produce that first Royal Knight. On top of that, on top of the spears, you've also got the Camel Rider, which is just obviously very good. Provides that debuff to any cavalry in the radius. Also does very well against any cavalry. It's got that nice little bonus. But we do see Beastyqt spotting out this attempt on his villagers' lives. Runs away, doesn't even take any damage. Couple gold villagers handing in their last bit of gold. You can see right there, he managed to get enough for double broadaxe. So he's got his wheelbarrow, got his double broadaxe, gets the 1 Royal Knight. That's it. That's all he needs. And now he's in a decent position. We see him beginning to move back towards this mining camp on the stone outcropping. And let's take a look at this spawn, because this is actually a really good spawn for Beasty. He's got a double front wood spawn, which means that it's going to be quite hard for Voldemar to raid those backsides, because he's going to have to make his way all the way around. And by the time he gets over towards this position, Beasty may have looked for that second knight. And we do see the second knight out. Expect to see an archery range thrown down soon. Often we see them up against the TCs like this. And that will mean that this position will be potentially under attack and under threat. And so the kid wisely returns back towards his base and says, well, we got to get out of here, guys, because, well, there's a couple of knights hightailing it towards us, so we're going to try and make our way out. But we do start to see upgrades coming through for the kid. Fresh food stuff's going to be reducing that villager cost down ever so slightly from 50 food for each villager down to 32. And we do see a second TC for the kid here as well. As to be expected, this is a pretty standard Abbasid opening. Now, the question's going to be, which avenue does he look to play? Because there's two distinct avenues here. Number one is that he goes into a barracks and makes, 4 or 5 more spearmen, and then just defends while he goes Castle Age. I don't think that's going to happen, because he's got a front gold. The TC is not on the gold, and if the TC's on the gold, then he can defend it, but he doesn't really want to put the TC in the front, because then it becomes quite exposed towards that notorious French aggression. We do see the barracks, though, so there is the beginnings of that option. The second option that he's got is that he plays feudal, or at least plays a little bit of feudal, goes into the archery range, goes into the stable. Normally you want to see a stable to follow up with whatever he's doing, just because there's going to be archers that inevitably come from the French player, and you want to make sure that you can deal with that, so you don't want to just be sticking it 100% to spearmen. Now just give me a moment here. You can hear that I'm starting to sound more and more English, so I'm just going to mute my microphone as we see that second TC coming up here for Beasty. I'm going to ride along with this scout and check in with Voldemar and see whether he's going to be able to spot this one out. Now, another thing to note is that with Beasty throwing down this second TC on the stone, you know exactly what that means. This is not a 2 TC French play we are seeing right here. This is a 3 TC French play at the very least. Now, we've seen French players go to a ludicrous amount of TCs before. We've seen 11 TCs, 12 TCs. We saw the Mister with that fast Imperial strategy. Was it the Mister? No, it was Faye with that fast Imperial strategy where there were multiple TCs, straight to Imperial, go for the Red Palace, and then those TCs can basically just defend themselves. And it makes it very difficult. You can see nice little garrison comes through. Scout manages to survive on 3 health. Take a look at that. Very well done by Voldemar, managing to keep that one alive. But that is an option that you've got. I don't know whether it's a wise choice against a civilization like the Abbasid, which, as we've said many a time before, have that ability to just push off the wall and just come at you at full speed. So watch out, Beasty, if that is your plan, because I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of units in your base very shortly. And we do see a bit of diversification in the units now coming out from the kid, beginning to head into archery ranges as well. So going to be horsemen to deal with any potential archer threats, and we do see that Beasty has got that first archer out. Just the one archery range for the moment. Villagers now beginning to move down towards this south position. There's a nice little spot, and there it goes. Keeps them all close together, and I do like this. I think this is the wise choice. He could have looked to go further out. Like, he could have gone on the berries down here, but the problem is if you do go for that kind of play, you're going to really expose yourself. And against a 2 TC Abbasid Dynasty player, the reality is in the short term, they're just going to have more units than you. So you can't defend that. I'm curious to see how Voldemar looks to respond to this, and whether he realizes that TC is so close towards that front. Villagers, not going to be able to catch them here. You can see him managing to do a little bit of damage, but it looks like they will get back to the TC. No textiles at this point, but they're not really needed. And Beasty's going to have to start thinking about moving towards an additional or a secondary gold mine, because a lot of his gold's towards the front of his base, which can be a good thing, but it can also be quite a bad thing. Knights on the backside. Camel Rider looking to try and deal, well, Camel Archer trying to deal with it. Not going to be able to find too much damage, though, on that as the knight goes down. No chivalry through just yet. At least I don't suspect we've got chivalry in. I'll just double check that, though. Yeah, no chivalry just yet for Beasty. Quite an expensive upgrade, and now we've got more horsemen. And Spear's coming in from the north. He's looking to try and get a surround here. Not going to be able to find it. Beasty manages to make it out. Only taking a little bit of damage. Definitely going to make up a priority chivalry. That is for sure. And now, towards the middle of the map, the kid continues to maintain decent control. Now, one thing that we need to point out here is that villager count at the moment is even. 43 versus 43. We've got Beasty, who's on 3 TCs. The kid on 2 TCs. So it doesn't look too bad for the kid. But you got to remember, the Beasty's 3 TCs aren't equal to other 3 TCs because his villagers are training faster. And therefore, he's training more villagers every minute. So this isn't really 3 TCs. This is more like 3.3, 3.4 TCs. I'm not sure what the exact number is. It's more than 3.3. I can say that much. I would go maybe like a 3.4, 3.5, somewhere around that region. But we do see the kid now looking to even that number up. So hopefully the deficit there is not going to be as significant as you would expect on that 2 TC difference. Now, of course, the map is Lipany. This is a great map for the Abbasid. One of the things that Abbasid do well are berries. And have a look at this. This is a very nice town center right here. A double berry banger in the middle with, I feel like I'm ordering Boost. I don't know if you guys have got Boost wherever you're from, whether you're in the States and Germany. In Australia, we have Boost. And they've got, what is it that my wife gets? She gets an all-berry bang? All-berry blast? It's one of those two. I think it's probably an all-berry blast because an all-berry bang just... It sounds a little bit fruity, let's just say that much. Anyway, the third TC is up. All the berries get buffed up. An extra 100 food on each of these. So you're talking about an extra 600 food, an extra 600 food. That's a lot of food. That's a spicy meatball right there. But Beasty now on the front leaves the front door open. Curiously, I'm not sure exactly what the plan is here or why he feels that it's okay to do this. I guess he can just. He's kind of hoping that the Abbasid player is not going to be making a lot of ranged units, so he's just going to be able to fall back. But looks like Beasty doesn't react immediately, loses 1 villager. Second villager goes down as well. Keep in mind he's got 3 TC, so it's not a huge loss. But the kid manages to even up that villager count, even though it's just for a few seconds. Beasty definitely going to have to think about moving towards an additional... What we got? We got a couple of villagers going down for berries, or at least they got their berry baskets out. There's 8 of them. That makes me think that there is going to be a boar in play soon. There she follows. And on the north side, we do see Beasty beginning to move towards this back gold, which does make a lot of sense. He's been under pressure on the front, and we've talked about it before, but the fact that he's got 3 of his gold mines that are all so close together, there is the real threat right now that Voldemar identifies this and says, I am going to deny these from you. So hopefully Beasty is aware of that and looks to try and capitalize on other gold sources on the map. We do see another villager going to be going down this game. First one for Beasty. And now we ask the question, as we're 12 minutes into the game, how are the economies looking? Because we've got Voldemar sitting on about 1,700 resources a minute, Beasty sitting on a similar amount of resources. The difference is not significant at this point because the villager count is quite even. One difference, though, is that military count. Keep in mind that Voldemar is paying less for his units, or rather less for his villagers. So that food that Beasty is spending on villagers, Voldemar is spending it on units. And also, on top of that, Beasty is training villagers faster, which means he's spending more food. And all of that food is going somewhere. And I can tell you right now, it is going into a horseman, which is definitely the right call. One of the best combinations you can go against an early French player is spearman into horseman. It is a devastating combination because the spearmen very effectively counter the royal knights, and the horsemen absolutely destroy any of those ranged archers. The problem can be when the French player realizes this and goes for spearmen, then you're in a bit of trouble. But we can see that there is a bit of a mix coming through here for Voldemar. And have we got ourselves... It's a little bit of an... Oh, yep. He messed around there and he found out. But it looks like Beasty's going for a 3rd layer of walls in here. Just trying to delay the enemy threat coming through. And I think this makes sense, right? You want them to attack from this angle. You don't want them to attack from underneath, because if you attack from underneath, there's a very clear way out. Whereas if you're attacking in from this angle, then quite clearly you can be cut in off the back. So I think that's a wise choice in Beasty looking to wall there, and does buy himself quite a bit of time, because now all of a sudden Voldemar's just head back to the drawing board. He said, okay, if I can't make it through there, do I even want to go for this? Because we see the fact that there is 2 layers of walls here, and behind that, just so many archers. He was going to lose plenty of units. And look, realistically, Beasty probably could have gone for another layer, could have gone for a gate. There's so much that he could do on the defense here that it just doesn't really make sense to push that. So Voldemar doing the right thing and pulling back. And now it looks like we might have ourselves a castle age on the cards. Now, which direction does he go? I feel like Eco Wing could be quite good here, just because you're going to need a farm transition relatively soon. And even though the Culture Wing is nice because you get that cheaper Imperial upgrade, I feel like going into the Eco Wing allows, and it is the Eco Wing, okay, the correct choice. Going for that Eco Wing, getting into your early Fertile Crescent allows you to get those cheaper farms, and the cheaper farms means more farms, which means a faster transition into the farm. So I think this is the right call here from Voldemar. Nice little raid attempt coming in from Beasty. He is relentless with these knights. Keeps the scout with them as well, but just going to be followed here by the horseman. If he's able to take out the scout, it's going to mean that these knights don't really have a lot of vision, won't have a lot of knowledge about where they can be attacking, but You can see he's going to peel them off. Really smart decision there by Beasty. And now all of a sudden, those knights, well, they're left in no man's land right now. And the kid's going to have to try and catch up, but it looks like he should be fine. Knights looking to come through. Town Center spots them out. And Beasty going to have to head back to the drawing board. But look at the number of units that are building up here for the kid in the north. Keep in mind, Castle Age is on the way. 50 seconds, but Beasty on the other side of the map, now going to be looking for his own Castle Age, is going to go for a guild hall. Opts to throw it down under the third TC. Makes sense. Guild hall here. Definitely the correct decision. I'm throwing it up in my head. I'm like, okay, what do you get from the Royal Institute realistically? You're talking about big buff knights, but do you really want to be making big buff knights against a civilization that's got the best spearmen in the game? I'm talking your boot camp spearmen. I'm talking your spearmen with the phalanx upgrade. No thanks. I'm good. I'll stick to my archers. It makes a bit more sense. And as a result, we do see the guild hall coming through. All right, age up through for Beasty. Let's take a look and see whether he switches that guild hall over to stone. I think it's probably the favorite of most people to be switching that bad boy over to stone. Just allows you to get those keeps up a little bit sooner. Beasty obviously a big fan of throwing down lots and lots of keeps, so I'll be expecting that he does it, but now looking to hold out this little choke point. Knights on the front, archers able to pick off these horsemen. Barely any upgrades. A couple of them coming through now. Beasty on the other side, though. Veterancy coming through. Veterancy on the Royal Knights, veterancy on the archers, and +2 on the ranged attack. A couple villagers going to be going down here as well. You can see the kid, unfortunately, losing out even more. Unable to make his way to the gates, and those villagers, oh, last one does go down just outside the gate as the gate opens for it. But unfortunately, nobody comes through. More and more upgrades on the way. We've got fertilization. Keep in mind, he does also unlock access to agriculture. Bit more expensive, being a tier 2 upgrade. But definitely something to think about as you begin that farm transition. Mangonel in the middle. He's got the double already. Oh, I like this timing. I like this timing a lot. This is hitting really fast. So expect to see on the other side of the map. So there is a really nice play that you can make here. And the question's going to be whether the kid, aka Voldemar, knows about it. Keep in mind, Beasty at the moment sits at rank 1 on the ladder. 2400 ELO. That's a big, that is a big rating. Compare that to the kid. So what's the play right here? So Beasty is going to look to throw down a siege workshop. Now the question is whether he does 1 or 2, but I'm suspecting he probably goes for 1. The follow-up for the kid is that he needs to make Springles on the front line, but he needs to delay them. So he doesn't make them just yet. So if we check in the base of Beasty, there should be a siege workshop somewhere back here. There it is. The siege workshop is up. Expect to see a Springles coming out soon. And the kid should know this if he's good. And he is good. I can tell you that much because he used to be Gold League. He's Conqueror 3 now, and not just Conqueror 3. He is damn well good. So he should know this. So the best thing that he can do right now is a preemptive double Springer. He's got the resources for 1. He's going to have to fall back here as the Mangonel. So the Mangonel should come in, lead. He knows he's got time before that Springald comes out. It takes time to put down the Siege Workshop. It takes time to get out the Springald. So he can push forward here and then look to throw down on this backside the double Springald. The question's going to be whether he does it. Mangonel shots! Villagers goes a little bit short. Pulls them back. Needs to keep these spears so damn close. And there it is, there it is, there it is, the double Springald. He knows exactly what he's doing. This kid, I tell you what, watch out, ladies and gentlemen. I said it many videos ago. I said this guy will be at Wallalol. He will be at the next Wallalol for Age of Empires 4. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, I'm telling you again, he's going to be there. This guy, he knows what is up. He's so damn good. And on so many different civilizations. Villagers back here fighting against knights. Not a good fight for the villagers. Definitely a good fight for the knights. At the same time, towards the front, double Springald. Are they going to be able to trade off against that enemy Springald? I don't think Beasty knows about it. We look from his perspective, and there's the Springalds from the Fog of War, able to take out Beasty's Springald. And now all of a sudden, you're at a significant disadvantage from Beasty. He built a single Springald to deal with the double Mangonel threat because he thought the kid, he underestimated him. He said, this guy doesn't know what's up. He doesn't know I'm going to make a Springald. He knew, and he prepared the double Springald response. Now moving into a 4th Springald. I think at this point, the kid is expecting Beasty is going to move into double Siege Workshop. The question's going to be whether Beasty does that or whether he looks for another response. Maybe horsemen, maybe knights. It's going to be hard against all these spearmen, though. There are so many spearmen on this front, not to mention the 10 Gulams that are here as well. Wallalol attempt. Is it going to happen? Doesn't look like it. Keep going to be coming up here at the same time on the south side. Knights running through. They've been split up. No, he's just stealing relics away. Don't mind me, ladies and gentlemen. And now the mangoes fire off towards the villagers. Keep about to come up. Lord Doubt not smiling upon it today, and we enter into the cinematic mode as the kid looks to commit underneath this keep. Springald's firing off. He's got 4 of them on the back, but the one thing that is killing me right now, where are the rams? Where are the rams? You can't be attacking this keep right now. Do not attack. Oh, the mangoes! Big shots onto the back line. Huge shots, takes out about 5, 6, 7 archers. Double mango shot once again. Springald's looking, looming. Only going to be shooting out the archer. Another Springald coming in over from that east side. Unfortunately, he gets dealt with very, very quickly. Now, the one thing that I would say, once again, we've got villagers on this backside, which can be dealt with. The problem's going to be this keep has got so much damn health. Big mango shots, again, clearing out those villagers. You just don't have enough firepower to deal with this keep. You need battering rams in here. Just 1 battering ram, even 2 battering rams would have sealed the deal for this keep. And if this keep goes down, there are so many units flooding into this base right now. The kid is on fire. The problem is, that's not a good thing right now because Beasty, well, he's the one that's setting it. Spearmen get completely cleaned up. All this siege is open to a potential cavalry counterattack, not to mention the fact that we've got a keep that is sitting here on more than half health. Units continue to rally in. Spearmen numbers are looking solid, but the keep continues to fire down on this siege. And it looks like he's going to continue sticking it. Behind this, we hear sirens going off, the kid being attacked behind the scenes. What have we got down here? Oh, there's another keep. Beast is looking to put a keep on the reinforcement line. The single hole that's been opened up, he's going to secure double golds with it as well. Villagers jump inside. No boiling oil just yet, but very cute keep. Deletes the wall on the backside, says, give me a little bit of a mill right there, will ya? And indeed, he gets it. But now those villagers just going to be able to clean up all of these units on top of that keep. Absolutely beautiful. And finally, the battering rams coming out, but I can't help but feel like it is too little, too late at this point. The kid... I gotta be honest with you guys. This is an absolute insane game already. He has put on so much pressure, the kid, and Beasty has held it. The double Springald into the 4 Springalds. Nice little counterattack at the top. I can't help but feel like the kid came in a little bit too confident though. It was almost like watching Star Wars all over again. The kid had the high ground. But Beasty was just... He was lightsabering. At least that's how I remember it. Maybe the kid was Anakin. Anyway, I guess he was, right? He's the apprentice in this, and Beasty's the master. But speaking of masters, we got a masterful keep coming up on the front line, looking to challenge these golds. Now, keep in mind, gold is going to become a more important aspect of this game the longer that it goes. We're 22 minutes through the game at the moment, and Beasty's managed to secure the gold in the north. But not only that, on the south side, we also see a keep coming up for Beasty as well. So taking both of the large gold veins on this map against his opponent. But what's interesting is that the kid almost just says, I'm not interested. I don't want it. I'll take the gold in the middle, thanks. Now, when it comes to gold, the kid's got a little bit of gold back here. Just a little bit. Nothing else really. He's lost 1 here. Maybe that, I think that's some stone there. That's pretty much it. Oh, my lord, I didn't even realize we got ourselves a bit of an attack. Villagers. Beautiful micro coming in from Beasty. Manages to take out the first of the battering rams. Second one still alive. It looks like the Springalds will be able to fire down upon it. He's only got the 2 Springalds out to respond, the kid. Not going to be able to find it today, and I think this battering ram should go down. Indeed it does. And with that, the mangonels are looking for these villagers. They need to try and find them. Big shot. Manages to hit the center of mass there. Looking to try and return it. Spears coming forward. He's got to be careful with the springs. He brings the springs too far forward, and Beasty loses both of the Springalds, and now the mangonels are free to move in, but the problem is there's no siege to deal with this keep. Sure, you can try and take it out with mangoes, but it's going to be a tough order, I'll say that much. Horseman coming around the top side. He's so on the ball, and look at the response immediately. We can see crossbows starting to come out. Units come through, and Beasty, all of a sudden, trying to take out this mangonel. Where's the villagers? Does he pull? He pulls villagers to repair. Look how good this kid is. This is ludicrous how good he is. The mangonel's going to be okay, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about the mango. It is mango season right now, and they are in stock. Speaking of mangoes, I went to the supermarket. I bought 3 mangoes. 3 Calypso mangoes. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. You know what? I might carve it up for my son tomorrow. I reckon he's a mango kid. Are you a mango kid? I was a mango kid. There's nothing like a mango. I tell you what. If you haven't had a mango, go to your local produce provider, get yourself a mango. What is going on with these wheels? Hold on. Hold on. This is not alien technology. What happened to these wheels? This is an interesting bug. I don't think I've seen... Look at the wheels. It's new technology. This is not alien tech. Normally, we've got that alien tech coming through, but... Oh. Okay, all right. What? What is going on with these mangoes? I tell you what, these mangoes, these are not ripe yet. We'll say that much. All right, let's focus on Beasty. Let's see how he's doing as the first of the trebuchets make their way towards the front line. We've got an imam standing by with a relic, just in case any of those pesky horsemen decide to make a dive down the mid lane. Probably not going to happen, though. I know Beasty. He's not the type to. How's the economy going? 145 bills versus 130. Beasty throwing down even more keeps. He's thrown down 2, 3, 4, 5 keeps this game. That is a lot of keeps. And keep in mind, if he does go into the Red Palace, these keeps are going to get even stronger. Double trebuchet now coming out for the kid. Exactly what he needed about 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. Maybe not 10 minutes ago, probably about 5 minutes ago, I think would have done it. And now beginning to siege down the central keep. Sacred Site's also being taken. We see that Sacred Site in the west being taken. Stone walls coming up with it. And oh my god, he's clicking Imperial. He's 200 out of 200. Beasty down 23 pop, down in Imperial Age. The kid is so far ahead right now. Oh my god, this kid is good. Dude, I'm telling you, this kid is going to be a Wallalol. He will be at the next Wallalol for sure. Mangonels firing off. Gonna fall short. Look at those. Look at that. That's the alien tech right there. Look, how are those balls floating? That is the question on everybody's mind right now. It is not what the Golden Age Tier 3 is activated or not. And look at the pushback right now. Trebuchets, they're just sitting back here uncontested. You could potentially run some cavalry through here. But it looks like this keep will go down. Mangoes? Excuse me, mangoes. You guys are going to wake yourselves up. One mango goes down. Second mango also goes down. The kid throwing away a couple of mangoes. And now more units moving forward. Crossbows. Arbaletier on the backside should be able to do a fair bit of damage here. I love this combo from Beasty. Arbaletier together with Springalds. I feel like this is the combo that no one knows about. The question's going to be if it's actually good or not. Because I've theorized the Pavis shield comes out right now. Ghulam's looking to overwhelm his opponent right now. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. You got the melee armor, though, on the Arbaletier. Oh, no, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it yet. Oh, oh my god, because he doesn't have the whatchamacallit there. Oh no, it is coming through Gambesons. Oh my lord, I'm losing myself right now. Look at these Ghulams. I'm going crazy. This game is insane. I'm losing my mind right now. Over towards the west side, more and more keeps getting siege down. Triple Treb out. He's got so much siege. Look at the Ghulams running through. The kid right now is just going 100% Ghulams. This is it. Look, Imperial Age. He'll go straight into elite Ghulams. He'll look to. Oh my god, there's a breakthrough. There's a breakthrough. Beasty is under so much pressure right now. I tell you what, Gambesons coming in behind this. Extra 5 armor. Beasty throwing down another keep, another one right now. I feel like we've got to get DJ colored out here. There are so many keeps going down for Beasty. Springalds moving forward. Single Springald to respond. Keep in mind he's got culverins to access. Once hitting the Imperial Age, and we do see 2 of them in queue right now. Trebs firing off towards those Springalds. Elite upgrades. It's going to be on the Elite Spearman. Not going into the Elite Ghulam, which I guess makes sense when you're against this many Arbaletier, right? Now, Knights looking to dive through. Should be able to pick up at least 1 kill here. It's already pretty low on the health. That Trebuchet, second Trebuchet, might go down. Villager's going to get pulled here to repair. They're going to be absolutely fine. Ghulams, together with a couple of Spearmen, should be able to clean that one up. And I will just say, there is a distinct lack of walls coming through from the kid right now. And I think if there's one thing the kid could learn, it's from Beasty. It's walls. Walls, 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 walls. Now, I love the way that he's walled off this north side. I just wish he could have walled off this south side the same way. Like, even just like a stone wall across here, just to give you a little bit more time against any kind of counterattack that comes through here. It feels so much better. And look at this, a single Spearman just stabbing his way to victory. Stab, stab, stab. Unfortunately, he gets stabbed with some crossbow bolts. Now Springalds moving forward, able to take out, I think that was the double. Was that the double? Culverin, big Culve shots coming through here. Now, at this stage of the game, the kid needs to go into a very special composition. It is a composition that the Abbasid are incredibly good at. Holy Roman also really good at it. 2 Culverin, 2 Bombards, 2 Mangonels. Culverin deal with Springalds, Bombards deal with buildings, Mangonels deal with archers. Together with that, you just go for a huge melee force. Spearmen, Ghulams, everything on the front line just to defend them. The question's going to be whether he goes into it or not. Springalds now getting caught by surprise. Trebuchet also going to go down. Beasty under pressure as he looks towards that Imperial Age. The Red Palace is coming up somewhere on the map right now. More villagers under attack. Attacks happening everywhere. He's looking to try and clean up these armies. There's the age up now. Both of these players, Imperial Age, 29 minutes through. There's the red palace. It comes out on the sacred site. Very intentional by Beasty here. Wants to avoid losing this sacred site. He knows the importance of retaining it. His opponent's got 2 out of 3. He wants to make sure it stays that way. Does not want to allow that 3 out of 3. Got a whole bunch of farms back here. How many are we talking? 77 farms right now for the kid. A ludicrous amount of farms. Villager's going to have to evacuate. Spearman coming through. Keep in mind, he's got that elite upgrade. Still yet to pick up some of those lesser upgrades. Those +3 ranged attack, ranged armor. Rather, ranged armor, melee attack, and melee armor. There you go. We don't need ranged attack here. No, sorry, Bob. Culverin firing off. Look at the micro. Look at the micro. 2 for 2, baby. Next round comes through. Boom, 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 boom. Just like the Venga boys, baby. Those Culverin. Incredible micro coming out from the kid. Just so on the ball. Beasty moving forward a little bit before Roller Shutters comes through. Before that extra attack speed comes in. Before that extra range comes in. It's so important to fight with them. So important. And now we start to see a battering ram on the edge of the map. This could be a sign of things to come. Beasty, of course, notorious for these little pesky attacks on the edge of the map. Looks like Boiling Oil has indeed come through as the Trebuchet begins to fire down on the keep and just relentless pressure right now in the middle of the map. I tell you what an absolute blast of a game we are getting here. This is incredible. The kid is putting on so much pressure. I tell you what, I would have folded 16 times at this point. I would have been like origami. But the beast... No. He keeps a cool head, and I think that's what sets him apart. That's the difference between the top-level players and the casters. That's why I'm a caster, ladies and gentlemen, because I fold like origami. Beasty, on the other hand, he folds like a brick. He doesn't at all. Anyway, we continue to move forward as the Bombards have made their arrival on the field. That's the 2 Culver, and that's the 2 Bombards. Will he put together the trifecta? Will he put forward those 2 mangonels? That's what's going to be key here. He needs to do that. Let's take a look at his base. I want to have a look. How much production are we talking back here for the kid? I have a hotkey for it. F4. Only the 10 barracks. I feel like this is probably not enough barracks. I feel like moving up to 20, maybe even 30 barracks at this point is a decent idea, considering how many resources you've got in the bank. But you don't really have a lot of wood, so I guess that's another aspect to consider. But the push coming through. The first of the landmarks is going down. Town center under pressure here. Beasty could be in trouble. There's not really a lot to defend here. At the moment, the population counts are relatively similar. 190 versus 200. The problem is Beasty's on oh my god, Beasty's on 165 bills. Not a lot of military. More than triple the military number right now for the kid. That's a big difference between these 2 players. Firing off towards that south side. Culverin just dealing with that Springwood immediately. More and more units trickling through. Horseman trying to find a way. Not going to be able to do it. There's too many spears here. Taking a shot to the face, and that's 2 landmarks down. Beasty in trouble. 3rd landmark. Where is it? It's the Guildhall. It's under pressure already, down to 2,900 health. Bombards. He's gone for a 3rd bombard. You definitely didn't need the 3rd bombard, but I tell you what, that'll seal the deal for sure. Beasty looking to try and find a way back into this game. Needs to take out this siege. He knows how important it is. And now we've got keeps coming up. And look at this. I didn't even realize Voldemar's come up and challenged this gold. 1st gold taken. 2nd gold being taken now. 3rd gold. It's under pressure. Culverin almost going to die. Oh, no, the Culverin. Oh, the Culverin. Oh, the Culverin. We all saw it. We saw what happened. The Culverin decided the best idea was to go and get myself killed. No, don't go the short way. Go the long way. Go back. Oh, go. Do not pass go. Do not collect your 200. Look at that pathing. Oh, God, you hate to see that. Look, get out of it. Oh, God, you can't stand it. I tell you what, I can't stand it. You damn siege units. We got to talk about your pathing. Anyway, bit of a push coming in once again. I feel like there's been a bit of a push going for the last 20 minutes here. Beasty has been holding under pressure this whole time. Keeping a cool head about himself. Vils, get pulled. The Bombard's going to stay alive once again. Oh, he managed to snipe one out. I didn't even see that. He kind of baited it out. Went for the first one and then went in for the 3rd one. Keep going to be coming up here. Looking to keep in mind, he does... Well, so many keeps in one sentence. He does have access to... Yeah, he's already picked it up. He's got access to the healing technology, which will heal all of the units, even if they're in combat. And I think it also heals siege as well. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that as he keeps on keeping up with the Kardashians. There's so many keeps in this game. This is getting ludicrous. Didn't they nerf keeps recently? Didn't they increase the cost of the keep to 900 stone? They did too. And there's still this many keeps. 3rd landmark under pressure. Beasty, maybe down to a single landmark. Villagers going to try and make their way through. The kid, is he aware of this? He sees the villagers. But there's so much going on in this game right now. He's going to pull back. Springald's hand cannoneers firing towards them. Needs to keep these alive. The villagers, have they gotten through undetected? There may be a spy in the midst. Villagers managing to hold the bombard, hold. That's the legend of the bombard. He lives. What a hero bombard right there. But speaking of heroes, I don't think he saw it. I don't think the kid saw it. And that is the difference between your 2400 ELO... I was going to say 400 ELO Gigolo. Your 400 ELO Gigolo and your did I say 400? I just called all of Bronze League like Giga Chads. Yo, Bronze League, you guys are all right. 2400 ELO. Like that right there is the 2400 ELO difference. Look at this. Beasty knew about this gold vein. Does the kid not know? No way. No way. Surely he knows that there's a gold back here. Oh my God. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Not only that, he loses a culverin as well. Double bombard. They look fine at the moment. But Beasty's managed to repair those 3 landmarks. He's managed to repair up one of them, the main town center. We can see it firing off, so we know that it's well and truly alive. We don't even have the UI element anymore. I can see one of the landmarks is down. Guildhall getting repaired. Guildhall is working its magic. It's back up, baby. And now, looking to try and send these spears through to their death. Will they be able to take out these? Look how fast the cannons move. He must have got the extra speed upgrade, the greased axles. Indeed, he has picked up the greased axles there. And now the kid looking to try and take out a couple more pieces to the base of Beasty. Still 165 villagers, by the way, for Beasty. And he's just coming in to take the gold. Look at this. He's got a secret little base in the back of the base. The kid's got no idea. The kid has got no idea. Will that come back to bite him? That's going to be the question. Villagers gathering up together on the same wood line. The resources on this map are starting to dwindle. More and more production coming in. Another 9 racks is getting added to the list. Villagers repairing up the bombards. Population capacity just getting reached non-stop here. Culverin gonna get taken out on the front line. Spears trying to defend it. Will be able to find success there. The archers looking to take them out, but just doing absolutely no damage to the culverin. This is why you need the mangonels. We talked about it earlier. You got the 2 culves, you got the 2 bombards. You need the 2 mangoes because the archer numbers, they will build. And right now, it might not look like there's many archers on the field, and to be honest, there aren't. But wait until these numbers start to build. He's got plenty of resources in the bank. It will happen. Court architects coming through from Beasty. A really smart decision, especially for a guy who is under siege right now. I feel like we are watching Steven Seagal just take back the rest of the ship. A Steven Seagal reference. I can't believe it. This video's got everything. That's going to be your top comment right there. Oh my lord. All right, we're down 2 landmarks. Keep in mind, there's a 3rd landmark here. 4th landmark a little bit further away. Kid not really able to find it at this point. Beasty just somehow managing to just tread water this entire time. I feel like Beasty has been 30 seconds away from death for the last 26 minutes. But somehow, he still survives. Somehow, he still keeps that head above water. Bombards cleaning out that keep. And now we see those archer numbers beginning to build. This is where those mangoes come in so important. But there they are, 2 of them in queue right now. I don't know exactly where they are. It's probably got a siege workshop back here somewhere. There we go, mango, double mango, there it is. But he's got so many units in queue that he can't even get the mangoes out. He needs these mangoes. They're so important to this combination. It just really rounds out the comp. And now on that south side, we've got ourselves villagers that are going down here. Nice little box attempt. Bit of a run by coming through here. The camel riders trying to chase them down. Villagers, unfortunately, leaving a bit of a hole in that wall. And we hear it. Was that a landmark going down? It sounded like a landmark going down. Oh my lord, the bombards again, not the bombards. Look at him. Look at how good he is. Just always able to pull these villagers just in time. The bombards staying alive with their alien technology. I don't know how they move. They just float. Look at them. There's no means of production. There's no visible means. I got a heat signature on these guys, and the only thing that is heating up is the it's the front, baby. And now continuing to push through. Villagers getting in on the action as well. He's got 14 of the world's finest up here. Meanwhile, behind this, another raid attempt coming in. Keep in mind, we've got Beasty down here just stealing away the gold of his enemy. And now the kid continues to push in. My fear is that he's getting too far away from his siege. He needs to stay on board with the siege. He can't leave them too far alone. But look at this. Look at this. Spearman just taking out the archers. The numbers have risen. And now, 2nd landmark. Oh my god. Did you see that? The Springle didn't even get a chance, dude. The Springle came in. It was like, hello. And the Culverin's like, shut up. No, it said sit down. Sit down. That's what it said. Look at the culverins hunting. He's trying to hit the springald. He can't get it. Just stutter stepping in and out. Loses line of sight. Decides to give up. Bombard's firing off, looking for that keep, or rather looking for that monastery. Will find it. Beasty now looking for another raid on the backside. 110 vills versus 145. Economy difference in favor of Beasty, but you'd have to say the position in this game is definitely not in favor of the Beast at this point in time. He is struggling. But if there's one thing you should know about Beasty, it is that he never gives up. It is that he never surrenders. He's always looking for a way back in. And the question is, how does he find it? Because he's lost 2 landmarks now. 3rd landmark will be under threat. And keep in mind, the town center doesn't have that 10 range on the obelisk emplacement like it used to. It means that these bombards, they can outrange the town center now. So it's going to be a slow and steady push, but it will happen. Where are those mangoes? Those mangoes are still in queue. Still in queue. He's lost out so many of these spears on this north side to just archers that were just being wasted away. And now Beast... Oh my god, look at the difference. Oh my god, look at the difference in military. I think the game is over. Look at this. The kid is up 6 times, 7 times the military difference right now of his opponent. How does Beasty possibly come back from this? He's cleaning up everything. The landmarks, he's just leaving the town center at this point because he knows... Never mind. I was going to say, he knows that the town center can just so easily be repaired by the villagers. I feel like the best thing you can do is go after the Red Palace and then look to finish off that town center. And then that's it. That's it. That's your game right there. Spears, looking to try and clean up these siege workshops. He knows that there could be springalds coming out. Wants to make sure that there's not a big threat. Bombard still firing off. Mangoes, not yet out on the field. In fact, taken out of the queue. How does Beasty get back into this game? I can't help but feel like he is just ceding more and more ground. He's lost about half of his base at this point. Relics are on the ground. He's lost his tithe barns. He's sitting at 0 out of 5 on the relics. A little bit of an attack back here. Horsemen trying to do work. Still plenty of villagers, though. 124. He's doing absolutely fine. Spearman just looking to try and chase through. More and more attacks coming in. Villagers looking to break through. Double cannons have made their way in. Okay, all right. There's a little bit of a way through. He's looking to try and get in onto the backside. If he can come through here, there's a chance he could go for a sneaky little base and try and make an additional play. Maybe throw a couple archery ranges down, get some archers out. Maybe some siege workshops. Looks to get into the battering ramps. That could be an option for you. Horsemen still doing work. And now, behind the scenes, we see these units just getting taken out. But where are the units coming through from the kid? That is the question. Villagers, villagers on villagers. Oh, we've got ourselves a little bit of a Donardi inspiration right here. The pink villagers up against the green villagers. The keep going to come down here. Beasty, unfortunately, going to be met with some fierce spears, which will clean this out pretty damn quickly. And the last gold in the middle of the map. Speaking of last gold, we're... Hold on a minute! Hold on a minute! You know what? Don't even worry about the gold. We were going to talk about the last gold on the map. I just remembered that there was a gold down here that the kid was unaware of. And you know what? There might be a little bit more that he is unaware of in this game, ladies and gentlemen. There was an attempt up here. Was this a bit of a fake out from Beasty? Was he like, hey, don't worry, there's nothing going on. Like, everything is fine. But at the same time, he doesn't know. Look how many battering rams. 22 battering rams for Beasty right now. This is it. Everything is on the line. If he loses this, if the kid holds this somehow, it is his game. But at the same time, there is a base race right now. The question's going to be whether he makes it in time. The Red Palace is too far away. The town center, it's going to get re-repaired. You've got 2 out of 4. That's not right. That's 3 out of 4. Unless... No, did he get back to the TC in time? He did. The TC didn't burn down. And now all of a sudden, all of the villagers return. Let's head to it right now. We're going into the cinematic mode. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Spearman looking to clean up the horsemen. They'll be able to find it. He doesn't block enough of the battering rams. Villagers come through. They're going to turn their attention towards these battering rams. They've got their upgrades. Town center under pressure here. He needs to keep one of these landmarks alive. If both of these landmarks go down, it is game. Spearman coming through. This could be game right here. Oh my god, look at the number of battering rams. They're not dying fast enough. The battering rams aren't dying fast enough. Both of the buildings are burning. Oh my god, this is actually it. The madman did it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you don't mess with the beast, because you... What an insane game coming out from Beastyqt right there. One of the best in the business, ladies and gentlemen. That is why he's 2400 ELO. Go and check him out. I'll leave a link in the description to where you can watch him live over on Twitch. I'll leave a link where you can watch Voldemar live on Twitch, and go pre-order the Sultan's Ascend expansion pack. It is going to be amazing. What an absolute game.